Have you ever felt embarrassed when you speak English? You know the words, but something feels wrong. Your sentences are correct, but not impressive. You hear yourself and think, why do I sound so basic? And this feeling never goes away.
What makes it worse is this. You didn't start learning English yesterday. You studied for years. Books, apps, classes, videos. So why does your English still sound basic?
Most learners believe basic English means bad English. They think they are not smart enough or not talented with languages. But that belief is dangerous because it's completely wrong.
Your English is not basic because you are weak. It sounds basic because of how you learned it. The method trained you to be correct, but not to be natural. And that difference changes everything.
Let me ask you something important. When you speak English, do you translate in your head, from your language to English, word by word, sentence by sentence?
If you do, you are not alone. Millions of learners do the same thing. But this habit makes your English slow, unnatural, and very basic.
Native speakers don't translate. They don't build sentences in their heads. They react. They respond. They speak automatically.
But learners are trained differently. They are trained to think first, check grammar, choose words, then speak. That's why English sounds basic.
Another big reason is textbooks. Textbooks teach safe English, clean English, polite English, but not real English.
Real English is messy, it's emotional, it's full of short phrases, fillers, and natural rhythm.
Textbooks say, I am very tired today. But real people say something else. They say, I'm exhausted, or I'm dead tired. That difference matters.
When you only learn textbook sentences, you sound like a book, not like a human. Correct, yes. Natural, no.
Let's talk about vocabulary. Many learners think more words will fix everything, so they memorize lists, hundreds of words, every week.
But native speakers don't speak with single words. They speak with chunks, with phrases, with patterns. That's the secret.
For example, natives don't say very happy. They say really excited or so happy about it. These phrases feel alive, not basic.
When you learn phrases, your English flows, your speed improves, your confidence grows, and your English sounds natural.
Now here is the hard truth. Studying more grammar won't fix this. Grammar is important, yes, but it doesn't create fluency. It only creates accuracy.
Fluency comes from input. Real input. Listening. Reading. Again and again.
Think about how children learn language. They don't study grammar rules. They listen for years before they speak. That's not an accident.
Your brain needs patterns, sounds, rhythm, context. That's how natural English is built.
This is why podcasts are powerful. You hear real voices, real speed, real emotion, real English.
And when you listen daily, your brain starts copying, without effort, without translation, without stress.
But listening alone is not enough. You must listen actively. Notice phrases, notice tone, notice repetition.
Then reuse those phrases in your own sentences, in small conversations. That's how English changes, slowly but permanently.
Let's be honest. Sounding basic hurts confidence. You feel smaller, less intelligent, less expressive.
But confidence grows when English feels natural. Not perfect, not advanced, just real, just human.
You don't need fancy words. You need natural ones. You don't need speed. You need flow. That's the difference.
Flow comes from habits. Daily habits, small habits, listening habits, phrase habits.
Let's talk about daily routine. 20 minutes can change everything. 10 minutes listening, 10 minutes repeating phrases, that's enough.
Consistency beats intensity. Every single time, daily input rewires the brain. Weekly cramming doesn't. This is science.
At first, nothing feels different. Your English still sounds basic. But something is happening inside. Your brain is collecting patterns. Quietly.
Then one day, you speak without thinking. A phrase comes out naturally, and you notice it. That's the breakthrough.
That moment changes everything. You stop doubting yourself. You stop overthinking. You trust the process. You trust your English.
Because now English feels familiar, not foreign, not forced, not basic.
Let me say this clearly. Your English is not broken, it's unfinished, and that's okay. Learning takes time.
But the method matters, the input matters, the habits matter. Change those, and English will change too.
Stop chasing perfection. Stop comparing yourself. Focus on natural exposure, real English every day.
That's how natives learned. That's how you learned your first language. And that's how English should be learned. Naturally. Patiently.
If your English sounds basic today, it doesn't mean it will stay that way. This is just a stage. A temporary stage, not the final one.
Every fluent speaker passed this stage. They just didn't quit. They didn't panic. They trusted input and kept going.
So next time you speak English, don't judge yourself. Listen more, absorb more, speak gently.
Fluency grows quietly, not loudly, not fast, but steadily and naturally.
Your English doesn't need to be advanced. It needs to be alive, connected, emotional, real.
And that comes from real English, real voices, real stories, real conversations, every day.
This podcast is part of that journey, not to impress you, but to guide you, to calm you, to support you.
Because learning English is not a race, it's a relationship. And relationships need time, patience, and consistency.
So remember this, your English sounds basic now, but it won't forever if you change how you learn and stay consistent.
Natural English is not a talent, it's a result of input, habits, and time.
Thank you for listening today. If this episode helped you, you are not alone. This journey is shared, and it continues.
Welcome to Real Life English Hub, where English feels real, simple, natural, and human.